guys, it's Danica. I am back with something a little bit different today. First of all, I just want to say that sorry for my long absence. I've had some health issues. I'm not going to go into all that, but still trying to kind of figure out what's going on, but I've kind of not felt like doing a whole lot of crafting. I've done a few things here and there. I've been trying to keep up, but of course I'm just falling farther and farther behind. But what I have done is I have kind of gotten into some planner kind of stuff. So you can see my new goodies here that I've gotten into for this year. Something that I have always done with my project life is obviously I have to keep track of the pictures I'm taking in order to document what I'm doing, because obviously, like most people, I don't keep up weekly very well. And so I'm always somewhat behind. Obviously, like as soon as you snap a picture, you're behind unless you immediately document that photo and put it in a scrapbook. But, you know, like most of us, I'm weeks behind, if not years behind. I did finally finish 2015, and I'm probably about, a third of the way into 2016 as far as being finished. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I did do my title page for 2017. I always do that, even, you know, if I'm nowhere close to starting 2017, but I always like to kind of get started on that. But I do need a way to keep myself organized for 2017. And so this is what I've decided to do. A local scrapbook store here in town is carrying the Prima planners. And I chose the Frank Garcia planner. You can see here it's kind of like a champagne, kind of a rose gold. And the inside is this really pretty mint green. And it comes with this plastic little zipper pouch. And I've already put a few little doodads in here. I've purchased some things from the local scrapbook store. And the scrapbook store is called Pages in Time, if you're here local in Lincoln, Nebraska. And of course, I always like to hit up the Target dollar spot and the little office supply section at Target, because they had these little stickers. You can tell they're gold foil, and they say things like birthday, vacation, remember, things to do, and the little arrow stickers and hearts and little flags that are really cute. They come with looks like 5 sheets of stickers, and I'm just keeping those kind of in the front pocket. And then these were in the dollar spot, and I got, they're just like, you're supposed to put them like in the rings, but of course they're the wrong binder size. So I just used these little clips that I got in the dollar spot too. They're little, the coppery kind of binder clips. And Prima makes them too. In fact, they almost look exactly the same. Oh my gosh, they're like almost exactly the same. Of course, they only came in one size in the Target dollar spot. But the Prima ones have these little smaller ones too, which I really like. So, yeah, so I got those at Target, and then these little things. And I just put two that kind of spoke to me. Do what you love, and this one says create. And then these are the little sticky notes that Prima makes and they come on the plastic that already is punched, so you can just slide them in there, and I just put those in the back. I also got the magnetic, they're kind of like page markers, kind of like bookmarks. So I just slid those in there, and these are the hole enforcers, so you can pop the center little sticker out, and I'm going to be using those today to do a little crafty envelope for my planner. And then these are also from Prima, and these are just some little stickers. These are cute little, they're kind of like little washi tapes, I guess you could use them as. They're just plain, they don't say anything. They come in a couple of different lengths, and then the little squares fit right in the squares of the calendar spots. And then the rest of the stuff I have in here came in a little like stationery set. There were some that I got in the Target dollar spot. It's a little ruler that has that rose, kind of that rose gold coppery look that I thought was really cute. And then a pencil sharpener and an eraser and some little paper clips. So I just put all those in my little pencil pouch. And that's that. There's a little dashboard there. I don't really know exactly what that's for. I know people make dashboards to go at the beginning of like every month, kind of like this, and they add things to them. But I didn't get my planner until just like a couple of weeks ago. So we were well into January. So I didn't really get to play with my month of January. So what I'm going to do today is actually my February, but I wanted to show you how I use my planner for Project Life. I will also use my planner to keep track of important things that are going on in my family's life, as far as like doctor's appointments and important school things for my kids and other just important things that we're doing. So obviously January is not planned. What I'm going to work on today is my February, my monthly layout. As far as the weekly layouts, I'm not sure if I'm going to go through and actually decorate these every week. I feel like I have enough going on with trying to keep up with my weekly project life that decorating these weekly pages is just going to be a lot for me, but I know I can commit to sitting down at the end of every month and just decorating the heck out of these monthly pages, because I think that would be a ton of fun. And it would only take me probably, I don't know, about an hour or so to just decorate these and, you know, pick some cute theme that would maybe fit for the month. I'm a teacher, so I like little themey things, you know, so January I probably would have done something kind of snow themed, and for February I'm going to go with the kind of, not really Valentine's, but I'm going to go kind of pink and some hearts and things like that. So yes, kind of Valentine, but anyway. So, so what I do is I go weekly, and as you can see, all I've really done is I've looked at what pictures I've taken. So I've numbered my days, and I just put at the top like what week it is, how it's going to correspond in my book. And probably what I will do too is, let me grab a pen here, is I will put the dates. So this would be January 1st, and I always start my week one with January 1st, even though technically it was kind of back with week 53 of 2016, kind of, because it started on a Sunday, but I always start with January 1st. So week one is January 1st through January 8th. So that's week one, and I just wrote down what pictures I took. Now this day I didn't have any pictures, so I always write that so I know, oh, there weren't any pictures that day. But sometimes I have more pictures, and it's okay if I didn't take any pictures. So, you know, it doesn't always matter, but I had 2 days that week. I didn't take, actually 3. We had a party that day, and I don't know why I didn't take any pictures. I have no idea. That kind of baffles me, but anyway. So on to the next week. So here, this is January 9th. And I know sometimes this is obvious that it's January 9th through the 15th, but it's really easy when I sit down to actually do that week, that I just have a quick visual that when I'm going to like use my stamper, oh, okay, January 9th through 15th, and I can stamp that out really easily, really quickly, without having to actually sit and figure it out. So these were all the pictures I took. And what I do is I sit down every Sunday night or so, and I write in what pictures I took. I don't do this every day, you guys. I don't sit down every day and write down what pictures I took that day. Usually it's on a Sunday night. I sit down and I watch TV, and I just write down the pictures that I took that week, and because they're all dated in my phone. So, you know, they have the date, and I can write down what pictures I took, and then I collage my photos and I send them off to be printed. And so usually I'm printing photos each week. I like to keep up with that, even though I might still be working on 2016. I can keep up with my photo printing. Then what I do is I actually will slip the photos right into this page and keep those organized that way. So that's all I do. So you can see I've got my weeks here all ready to go, and I accidentally wrote this. It should have been on the 25th, so I just kind of drew an arrow so I knew that that was the day that that was supposed to go to. So that was all of January. And then February, you can see here I haven't decorated anything for February. I know February's already started, but I did write down some pictures because I had sat down and gotten started. So here we are today, Saturday the 4th. I haven't taken any pictures yet today. And tomorrow we have the Super Bowl, so I'm sure most of my pictures tomorrow will be Super Bowl related. This is another thing that Prima makes called Hello Weekend, and I usually just use that as a marker for what week we're on. And then I like to use one of these little bookmarks on the month that we're on. So that just keeps it kind of organized. So that is my planner. I'll show you some of the things that I got from my local scrapbook store. These are the cutest little leather bows. Hopefully there's not too much glare there, but they're magnetic. So there's a little magnet kind of hidden underneath there. I'm going to be using those today for a little envelope that I'm going to make. These are cutest little embellishments. They're backed with foam and they're sticky. This is one of the stamp sets. This is food and travel. And again, it's backed on plastic and it's punched, so I can just slip that right in the back of my planner so I can keep it there. I already showed you the clips. And then these are the envelopes, and I'm going to open them up because they come in different colors. You can't really see that here. But here are the envelopes and the different colors they come in. So there's kind of like a peachy, a little bit darker peachy color. This is more of a gray black than a real true black. And then a lighter gray, a tan, and a white. So those are all of the envelopes that you get in the pack. So there's quite a few in there. And then they have the little string closure. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be making a little, decorating one of these little envelopes, and then I'm going to be putting together my February month. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'll show you what I'm going to be using for my month. Oh, and I almost forgot my washi tape. This is the Frank Garcia washi tape that he made to go with his planner. So there's some really cute. I love the mint. See if I can find that one's pretty obvious what it is. I guess I don't need really, but so it's just the mint and the gold and the black. And then this one has a bunch of little sayings on it. Let me see if I can find there's the end. So that, like, love this, a drawn out yes, my fave, best day ever, our moments together, smiles, awesome, greetings from, going places, selfies, super cute, foodie moment, and then it starts over. So there's lots of little sayings that you could even cut out like individually and stick those in your planner, and you could use these for Project Life. So I like how a lot of the planner things could kind of go back and forth between Project Life and being used in your planner. So other things that I'm probably going to be using today, we have another store here in town. It's a craft studio. They do a lot of different crafty things. So these are Reset Girl stickers that I got. There was actually 8 sheets of stickers, but they were doubled up. So I might be using some of these. This was the free for Michael's Rewards members. A little bit sad that they're kind of moving away from a lot of Project Life, and they have a lot of planner stuff, which is cool because I like planner stuff, which a lot, again, like I said, you can use in Project Life, but they're just carrying less and less of the Project Life stuff, which kind of forces me to order it online. But yeah, so they had this sheet of stickers for planners, which I thought would work well with the February stuff. Maybe, I don't know, because most of what I'm using is more pinks than reds, but we'll see. I might use it and I might not, but I got it out. And then I had some other other stamp sets. This one is from Big Picture Classes. I thought I might use some of the numbers, because as you can see, there's no numbers on the calendar. I also have this stamp set from Close to My Heart, and I liked how little these numbers were, and these ones are a little bit smaller, so I thought I might use those in here. As you see, as I get into decorating the squares, I thought these might be a tad big, but we'll kind of see. And then this is a stamp set that I ordered from the Sassy Club, and you can find her on Instagram and Etsy, and I'll link that in the box below. But this was one of her first planner stamps, but she has a ton of them now. So lots and lots of cute stuff. Sandra Spitaleri, I'm probably saying that totally wrong, and she's married now, so she has a different last name. So anyway, but she's on Etsy, and it's the Sassy Club. So I'm just getting started. I have this Simple Stories paper pad that I am going to be using for my February layout, and I have
pre-measured the boxes for the month calendar, and I started stamping my numbers, and then I kind of realized that I wanted to put the papers down first before I worried about stamping numbers, because some of those I will actually be stamping directly on, so I don't want to cover up all my numbers that I stamped. So I'm going to figure out where I want to put all those, and I didn't want to put some of the busier, darker ones like the dark floral or the dark purple polka dot on a busier day where I had a lot to write. So those are going to go in the days where I don't really have anything going on. So anyway, so I'm figuring out my placement, and I'm going through and stamping. One thing I did do is I figured out where am I going to need all my ones and do my one stamp, and where am I going to need all my twos, and where am I going to need all my threes, so on and so forth. I do decide later on that I wanted to do something different on the pattern papers, and so I will switch those pattern papers out that I stamped on. Here in a moment, you'll see me do that because I decided I just wanted to do something different. I didn't think those little circles would show up on those darker papers. And actually, I didn't stamp anything at all on the dark floral because I didn't think it would even show up. And it doesn't really need it, mostly because it's fairly obvious. The one between the 9 and the 11 is the 10th. So, but it did show up on the other papers. So as I was going, I kind of realized that it looked kind of weird to have the circles in there. You see, I just decided to do the larger numbers on, even though the pink and the arrows were light enough to show the circles, that I just liked the way it looked better. So just going to glue all those down with it's just my normal scrapbooking adhesive. It's a permanent adhesive. It's a giant adhesive gun, but it works. So I had that tag and that Love is Sweet just from my scrapbooking stash, and I'm going to add that later towards the end. And I'm just going to use these hole reinforcers. I just like to have those because I do flip back and forth quite a bit with my pages, and I don't want those to rip. So I'm just using this Frank Garcia washi tape, and I had a little bit of extra there, the little word awesome, so I decided to add that to the other side. And the black stripes are part of the page, so those are already there. So now I'm just kind of adding some extra things. The little tooth stamp is from the Planner Doodles stamp set by the Sassy Club, and I'll put the link down below. The football is from another stamp set by the Sassy Club that unfortunately is sold out. I decided to add some watercolor to that. I probably could have used my colored pencils. Now I kind of wish I would have. The watercolor made that piece of paper kind of lift, and then you'll see later on that I end up having to add some adhesive, and then I end up having to add some glue. So, but it's a super cute little stamp, and I just added it there for the Super Bowl because we'll be having a Super Bowl party tomorrow. So now I'm just going through and adding in all of our events that are going on throughout this month. And you see I have a piece of paper there with everything written down. Normally I wouldn't do that. I would just use my phone, but I use my phone to record my videos. So yeah, I couldn't exactly look at my calendar while I was recording the video. So I had to just, before I did the video, I just had to go through and write down everything so that I would have that to use as a reference. So, and I just put everything that we're doing throughout the month, even just those normal, like every Wednesday my daughter has violin lessons. That's going on every Wednesday. And then obviously like doctor's appointments, dentist appointments. I love a little tooth from the Planner Doodle set. So we had a couple of dentist appointments. My kids had one at the beginning of February, and I have one towards the end of February, so got to use that one twice for this month. And then here in a little bit, you'll see I added some stickers. I had a little bit of phone troubles. So I added some stickers. I added some of those little Prima butterflies. Yeah, and there I am trying to stick that little piece of paper back down. And I added some of this peachy colored washi tape up at the top. I just felt like it needed a little pop of color there at the top, a little bit of the kind of pinky peachy color. And some more of the phrase stickers. Those were the Reset Girl phrase stickers, and there's the glue. And so that's pretty much it for my February. I'm going to add the binder clip with the little love is sweet and the little tag, just a little something to add to that page, and I'll pop that back in my planner. And then next I have my little bookmark, and now I'm going to move to my envelope craft that I'm going to make. So I have my these are all Prima products, and I got these from Pages in Time here in Lincoln, and I kind of struggled with this little string thing here. So anyway, and I don't know why I even sealed it shut, because then I need to go put my lists in it. So anyway, I'm going to use this to hold my little shopping lists in my planner, because every week I sit down and I make my shopping list and my weekly menus. So what I'm going to do is it's literally just going to be a little list holder. So these are the Prima lists. There's this one that says today, and then this one says market list that I'm going to be using. And then the next one says note to self. And then I think the last one is actually a meal plan. And it's more like breakfast, lunch, snack, and dinner. So it's for every day. So yeah, so those are the 4 different, you get a ton of lists. So I'm just going to pull out a few of these market lists, and those are going to actually go inside of, and I'll put those in later towards the end of the video. But they're hole punched too. So the first thing I'm going to do is just trim off this part, because it's just going to be, this little sheet is just a decoration. It's not actually functional. Now you could make it functional by using like repositionable adhesive, and I actually saw this on Prima's YouTube channel, and Frank Garcia did this, and he talked about like you could use this in a lot of different ways. Some people use like repositionable adhesive on this, and then they take this off and use it as like that little today checklist, and you could do it that way. I'm not sure what you would put inside the, I guess you could cut a whole bunch of those and then put them inside the envelope, and then, you know, stick a new one on. And then I'm just going to add some washi tape on the side here. And see, he did his a little bit different, where he didn't, see that I'm putting the washi tape on the side because I'm just using it as a decoration. And so it's just more like what I know is inside this envelope. So if you wanted to use it as like, have it be more functional, then you wouldn't put the washi tape on the side. You know, you would make it more underneath. So you would want to put the washi tape on first and then stick the list on top of it. And so I just use those 2 different designs of the Frank Garcia washi tape. And then I'm just going to stick this little binder clip on the side here. And again, it's just a little decoration. And then I have my little bow. I'm sorry, I guess I go to the page or the hole reinforcers. And I'm just going to stick one on the top. It just fits perfectly over that. Just adds a little bit of sparkle to the envelope. And now I'm going to go do my bow, and I'm getting out some glue dots. And I know the bows have the magnet on the back, and that's what I'm kind of pointing to here, but it doesn't really stick to that. It sticks to the binder clip like really, really well, but it doesn't stick to the little circle there. So I'm just going to use a glue dot. You could use hot glue too if you don't have glue dots. But that's what I'm going to use there. So I'm just going to glue dot that on there, and then I'm just going to add a little butterfly and a little sticker from those Prima planner stickers, and that's it. It was a really quick little project, and I will stick that in my planner to hold my shopping lists, and then I can get those out each week and write my list. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the video this week. I know it was a lot longer than my normal Project Life videos, but just a little bit something about how I organize for my project life and something new for me. I hope to each month kind of show you how I'm doing my planner and maybe have something crafty to go along with it. So I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe if you don't already subscribe. And I will see you soon, hopefully with another Project Life video. Talk to you later.